MP to all cars. Armed robbery on security vehicle
Juliet,
now.
4 to MP.
4 men.
Off watch.
Zulu 1 to MP. Disturbance in High Street. Gang of youths
MP
fighting
to
with
Golf
knives.
1-1.
Request assistance, over.
Suspects on premises.
You looking for someone?
Yeah, which one's Sergeant Brook?
Who wants to know?
I do, so just point him out, lad.
He's over there at the duty book.
Right. Thanks. Sergeant Brook?
Yeah?
I'm Kelly.
I was expecting you. Yeah, what can we do for you?
Is there somewhere we can have a quiet talk?
There's a canteen. Max?
Yeah?
A visitor from the yard, Detective Sergeant Kelly. If you want me, I'll be in the canteen.
Right.
This way. We can't offer you the comforts of the yard, but at least the coffee's hot. I bought you a pie.
Thanks. It's Dave Brook, isn't it?
Yeah. And you?
Sam Kelly.
Welcome to the club, Sam. Help yourself to sugar.
Tar.
Your DI said you'd be coming. What are the odds?
About Laura McCrescent?
Yeah.
Thought you'd know.
Well, we showed the photographs around, but none of the witnesses could identify them.
No, not that. Forget the photos, Dave. We know the two comedians who turned over the flat, and we also know who sent them.
Oh, wait a minute. If you know them, why weren't their faces in the bunch?
Because it's not that kind of case. My governor had them taken out.
Why?
He didn't want nice ladies in Laura McCrescent identifying real-life villains. Wouldn't be safe for them.
So it was a waste of time?
A lot of things we do are a waste of time, Dave. Like eating this pie. Tastes like cardboard.
Everything nowadays tastes like cardboard.
Yeah. Anyway, get used to the fact that the two heavies who turned over that house, and the men who sent them, and the men behind it all are someone else's trouble. You and I, Dave, have been thrown together to look for Clark and his girlfriend. I have a photo of her. Got it the first dig she left. What do you think?
Bit of all right, isn't she?
Looks like Susan George.
Yeah. And Clark is bunking with her. Some blokes have all the luck.
Some blokes have an awful lot of loot. He has enough to make himself very rich. About $500,000.
Yeah?
And my bet is that she's going to stay very close to him. That she's the kind of girl who want to get her full share of the cash.
You can tell all this from her picture?
No. I was told by her ex-boyfriend. He says she has very expensive tastes.
Can I have some copies of it?
I brought half a dozen for you. Don't let your girlfriend find them.
No.
6. Here you are.
This fortune they're hoping for, how did they come by it?
Did my governor tell you?
Not a lot. He mentioned a holiday trip and heroin and a tip-off and Clark being too smart for you.
Yeah, well, when you find them, I'll tell you the rest.
Is what they have really worth all this money?
You doubt it?
You hear so many stories about heroin, different prices.
Well, that's because there are different kinds, from Pakistan and Iran and so on. That stuff's for chasing the dragon.
To what?
For smoking, for inhaling.
Oh.
What they have is from the Far East, the Golden Triangle. This is the real stuff. For injecting, it's 90% pure. I don't know where they picked it up, but probably in Greece. In the trade, it's worth £100 a gram. So, a kilo, 1,000 grams, is worth
100,000 quid.
Yeah. That is their first option. You can get that on a bulk sale. For street sale to the addicts, it's adulterated 5 to 1. And 5 times 100,000.
$500,000. And that's what you think Clark is after?
That's what they're both after. That's why they're on the run. But out of the big money, unless they're very clever, they'll have dealers and pushers to pay.
Yeah, could still leave a lot.
They won't get any of it. All they'll get is grief.
Why?
Because, and it's a big because, it's no job for amateurs. As soon as they try to sell it, even in a small way, the word will get round the back alleys and the dives that there's a new source. The mob will be back on their trail. And when that happens, Clark will end up in the Thames, face down.
Like that?
For $500,000, it's got to be a rough game, Dave. So, how soon can we find Clark and his girl?
They don't want to be found.
They have to be.
Where do you fit in, Sam?
Well, you took the first shout, so you go at it in your own way. I'll go at it in my way. Maybe we'll meet in the middle.
On the river bank?
Could be.
Who is the liaison?
We are, you and I. We keep in touch. You can get a message to me on this extension and we'll meet and plan the moves. And here are some notes on what we know about them.
Yeah, thanks.
And thanks for the pie.
Well, next time we'll eat at the Ritz.
Yeah.
How was Sergeant Kelly?
Fine. Where's Jim?
He's checking out the students.
We can call him back. We have it all in Kelly's report. Where they met, where they were in digs, which college they went to, and when they first dropped out.
Yeah, I could tell you that. 6 weeks ago.
6 weeks? Ah, correct. How did you know?
It had to be when they moved to Mrs. Brown's. How long have they been on the run?
Seems all to have happened in the past 2 months. Educational trip abroad, a spot of smuggling, giving our blokes a slip.
Have we got a photograph of them?
Yeah, one other girl. Yeah.
Is that her?
Yeah, a bit of all right, eh?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a night with her.
Well, forget it. This lady is up to her eyes in it. My information is that she's just as guilty as Clark is.
Yes, Sergeant.
Now, let's clear the decks for this one. What do we have on hand?
You're in court on Monday and you still have the paperwork to do.
Next?
There's Mr. Carson and his stolen lead.
Oh, is he still bothering us?
Yes.
You'll be lucky to get that back.
There's 5 shop breakings, the garage job, and the complaint about the sea captain, and then
Look,
there's...
hold it. We'll have to unload some of them. Is the old man in?
He's with the commander. Jim Harrison's just come back.
Yeah, about time. Any luck, Jim?
Yeah, I have a line on Clark. In fact, I have a line on both of them. They were in college in South London.
Yeah, we've got all that. Look.
Oh, how long have you had this?
Just got it from Kelly, but it's all here. They were students together in South London. We're in digs in Kennington. Goes all the way back to where they were born and when they were born, when they dropped out of college, plus a passport photo of Clark and a pin-up of her.
You could have let me know.
I'm letting you know now.
Well, it's not so clever, is it? This is history. Doesn't take us forward from Laura McCrescent.
Can you take it forward?
Yes.
Tell me.
I found a student who knows them. He saw Clark this morning.
Where?
Blackfriars, in a railway station.
Going away?
No, coming back from somewhere.
Was he carrying anything with him?
The student said he had a pack, was making for the underground station.
Alone?
Seemed to be.
What time?
About 8:30 this morning.
Dave, Mr. Roach is back.
OK, read this stuff, Jim. I'll be with you in a couple of jiffs. Can you spare a minute, sir?
Oh, if it's brief.
I saw Sergeant Kelly today from the drug squad.
Yes, I do know about it.
It has your approval?
Yeah.
They want to lay their hands on this lad Clark rather smartly, sir. He has a quantity of heroin to sell.
And?
Jim Harrison has turned up a lead, but we already have a workload that's breaking our backs. Have a look, sir.
Yeah. Yes, well, I'll take the break-ins from you. And this garage job. And DC Maxton.
No, sir.
No, sir, what?
Not Maxton, sir. I need him. I need all the help I can get.
Well, you've got Sergeant Kelly.
He's working on his own, sir. And we don't want the Yard beating us on this one. Do we, sir?
Ah, well, all right. You're going to have him until this is sorted out.
Thank you, sir.
But no longer.
I'll tell him, sir.
Any joy?
I got rid of the break-ins, so now we can clear the decks. Jim,
Yes, Sarge.
does that Kelly stuff help?
Not much.
Well, the photos should. Show them around. Try that underground station. Did he buy his ticket at the ticket office? I want to know where he went. Follow it through.
On my own.
Later, I'll give you a hand.
OK.
Max, I want you after the girl. Says here she was born in Chiswick and went to school there. Try and trace some old school friends. Have any of them seen her lately?
And the backlog?
You take the old sea captain.
With his trips to the Caribbean?
It's a con. It won't take long. It gets it out of the way and it pleases Mr. Roach. And you want to please Mr. Roach.
Did you speak to him?
Yeah. And you stay on this case until it's sorted. So you do the sea captain and get out after the girl. And then you give Jim a hand.
Yes, Sergeant.
Drayton,
Yes?
remember me?
Harrison, isn't it? You're the copper
Who spoke to you this morning about James Clark?
Yeah. Did you find him?
No. I was wondering if you could give me a bit more help.
Like what?
A few more questions.
Well, I'm due in class in 10 minutes.
It won't take long. Have you spoken to any of the other students?
Wouldn't be much help. He dropped out.
Do you know why?
No? As I remember, he went on one of the student tours. Came back for a week, decided not to continue, dropped out.
Was he in trouble with his studies?
No way. Clark was smarter than most of them. But I think he was worried about his grant. Was always a bit short of cash, but then who isn't? Is he in trouble?
Not with me. Happens he can help with an inquiry. Do you know his girlfriend?
Anna Lewis. Yes, I know.
They went on holiday together.
Oh, don't tell me you're shocked.
Let's say I'm envious.
Aren't we all?
Do you know where she is?
Well, some of the girls might know.
Who should I ask?
Well, you can take your pick. Now, it is time I was gone.
One more question.
Okay.
On a different matter. What's the drug scene in the college?
What, you mean pot?
Yeah.
Well, like anywhere else. Some smoke, some don't. I don't, and Clark didn't. Is that what you're after?
And the hard drugs?
Well, now you're being a copper. I'm late for class.
Drayton, where is Anna Lewis?
Goodbye.
Anna? Is that you, Anna?
Yes, I'm here. Where are you?
Upstairs.
I had trouble finding you. It isn't the easiest place to get to.
It's what we need. It's quiet, it has a phone, and it's off the beaten track.
I brought you some food.
Thanks.
How did you get this place?
Belongs to a friend. He's away for a couple of weeks. Long before that, we'll be moving on. It's quite well stocked. Plenty of tins, and there's a fridge. Would you like some tea?
No, I don't feel like tea.
Why not? Where have you been?
Trying to find out what happened. I phoned Mrs. Brown. She's very worried about us.
Oh?
She says that after we left, 2 men came looking for you. When she told them you'd gone, they searched the house, broke up all her furniture, and threatened her. She was crying.
I'm sorry.
How could they come after you so soon?
It was a risk we took when I started selling. You knew that. But I fixed it.
How?
Not too difficult. When you know there's going to be danger, you first take a calculated risk. When you see the danger, you deal with it. Won't happen again. I've taken care of it.
No more trouble?
Not if we're both careful. What else happened at the house?
Mrs. Brown called the police, and the police are looking for you.
Did she say why?
They know that the 2 men were searching for something. They want to know what it is.
Do they know?
No.
You're wrong, Anna. Never underestimate the police. By now they will know, but they don't know where it is, or where I am. And from now on, we keep ahead of them. We'll be here for, say, 2 days, and then we move on.
They'll still be looking for you. They won't give up.
You think we should throw the stuff away?
Would you?
£500,000? We'd be mad. It's worth any amount of risk. We can sell it slowly, Anna. Even if it takes a year, we'll finish with a fortune. It's like money in the bank. Better, because we can deal with people who keep it secret.
The pusher didn't keep it secret. They came after you right away.
From now on, I can keep control. What else did you hear?
They're also looking for me.
Those 2 men?
No, the police. There was a policeman in Kennington asking if anyone had seen me, and there was another in Chiswick.
Why in Chiswick?
I used to live there.
They really are after you, aren't they? Where were they searching for me?
Only at college and your digs in Lambeth.
They must think you'll be the easiest to find. Some things we must do. You must keep away from here.
Why, James?
It won't be for long. We must find out what the police are doing. You can do that. I'll work out how you do it. And I'm sure you'll be good at it.
You seen Dave?
No. Have you got something for him?
Yeah. How long are you going to be with that typewriter?
A few minutes. What did you get?
A talk with a couple of students, a call at Clark's old digs, a talk with some people who used to know him.
Any luck?
Not much. How about you?
I've got a line on the girl, but right now I'm clearing up the backlog. Finished. You can have it.
Thanks.
Come in.
2 reports, sir. The theft at 5 Points Garage and the complaint about the sea captain.
Unloading them, are you?
Well, Sergeant Brook said...
That's all right. Just leave them on the desk.
Yes, sir. Sir?
Yeah?
I'd like you to read the report on the sea captain, sir. I have him downstairs. I'd like you to see him.
Oh? Why?
Well, sir, I had a talk with him and I've been on the phone to a repair yard in Devon. His ship Sea Mist is being held there against a payment of a repair bill. It's quite a bill, sir.
Go on.
The amount he's taking from his young adventurers will cover the repair bill, but it won't leave much for a trip to anywhere. If he pays the bill and sails off by himself...
He'll be hard to find, yeah. Yeah, all right, I'll see him.
Thank you, sir.
What was that about?
My sea captain.
How is he?
Right now he wishes he was on that palm-fringed island in the Caribbean. Instead he's waiting for Mr. Roach.
It was a con.
Yes.
Pity. It was a good story. Even had me interested.
The Dusky Maidens.
Yeah. Did you really get something on a girl?
Yes, in Chiswick. I talked to some neighbours who once knew her, and some girls who went to school with her. Lots of background, but no one's seen her. She's vanished. And you?
I followed up that underground trip. The ticket clerk remembered a lad with a pack. He was pretty sure he took a ticket to Mile End. I went to Mile End, but none of the staff there remembered seeing him.
Couldn't or wouldn't?
Hard to say. Mile End is a busy station. It's an interchange. When do you expect Dave back?
Oh, right now. Here he is.
All right, you lot. What have you got? Jim?
I've just typed it out, Sergeant. The underground tip-off. I followed it as far as Mile End and lost out.
Mile End? Does that mean anything to us?
Takes him north of the river. Keeps him away from the people who know him. Lots of little back streets. Easy enough to hole up there.
Yeah, he'll be holed up, all right. North of the river.
Oh, it's only a guess.
I'm in the market for guesses.
Where did you go?
South of the river, to the digs where Kelly found that photo of her. Talked to her dear old landlady. Showed the photo around. A lot of people recognised it. A few of them knew her. Nice young girl, friendly, good company. Everyone liked her, but no one had seen her.
Oh, a dead loss?
No, not yet. I was very friendly, letting everyone know that I wanted to help her and wanted to see her. Putting out plenty of bait. There might be a bite.
Have you seen Kelly?
Seeing him later tonight. I want to hear that story of how they screwed it up and let this pair through.
Typical, isn't it? Give it to the yard, they drop right in it. But if we mess anything up...
yeah.
Ever thought what you could do if you suddenly found yourself filthy rich?
Buy your own Nick.
No, seriously, Sarge.
No, seriously, Jim, there's work to do. Max, I want you back in Chiswick finding out all you can about the girl. Jim, all you can possibly learn about Clark. If we get to know them, we can figure out what they're likely to do. I'll go and see Kelly and we'll meet here just after 10.
Your girlfriend won't mind us meeting here, will she?
No, of course she won't. You'll like her.
Hi, Dave.
Hello. I brought a friend to see you.
Hello.
How'd you do?
Don't just stand there.
After you, Sam.
Thanks.
Judy, this is Detective Sergeant Sam Kelly.
Oh.
Nice to meet you, Judy.
We're taking you out.
A pub, I suppose.
No, to dinner. You know, waiters and menus and things.
Really? What a surprise. Why didn't you warn me, Dave? I can't go looking like this.
Well, you look fine to me.
Well, I'll just go and put some lipstick on.
Right.
Give Sam a drink.
Well, we have scotch, vodka and beer. Take your choice.
Beer, please.
A can, do you?
That'd be fine.
Good. Saves on the washing up.
I'll have a vodka with lemon while you're there.
Right.
Nice girl, Dave. What's she do?
She's a nurse.
Oh.
Does casualty duty. Treats junkies when they're brought in.
What was that?
I said you treat junkies.
Doctors treat them. We just clear up the mess.
I know what you mean.
Sam's on a drug case at the moment. Here's your drink.
Oh, thanks. Drugs?
Yeah, heroin.
That's the worst.
A couple of students have just brought in 1 kilo of the stuff.
1 kilo?
Yeah.
That's more than you'd find in a whole hospital, at least the one where I work, anyway. But why?
To make a lot of money for themselves.
Where did they get so much of it?
Unfortunately, it's just too easy. You just go abroad. You can be a businessman on a commercial trip, or you can be a student on an educational tour. All you need is a complete lack of morals and a desire for easy money. Do you want to hear the rest?
Yes.
All right. 2 students go on an educational tour. They're using the trip to make a bit of extra money. They've chosen the Middle East because they know that there are always some guides on these tours looking out for hard-up students who are prepared for a bit of adventure in return for a cheap holiday and a handful of pound notes.
Someone just asks them and they do it.
Yes.
Can't it be stopped?
Well, we try. In this case, we had a tip-off that a couple of students on an incoming flight were carrying the stuff.
So you were waiting for them?
Yeah, but the description we had wasn't much to go on. A slim, dark-haired bloke of 5'8", a girl of about 19, 5'6" and blonde. You can imagine what it was like when the tour arrived back at Heathrow. 60 students all milling about and at least half a dozen couples fitting the description. Not easy.
Why didn't you jump the half dozen and search them?
Well, it can't be done like that, Dave. When amateurs are carrying drugs, there's always a minder on the plane to keep an eye on them. And there's a contact waiting at the airport with a fast car. The minder points them out and the contact gives them a lift into town.
And on the way, he takes the goods and makes the payment.
Yes. Well, we want to get the minder and the contact as well. But if you move too fast, they're off like ferrets, and all you're left with are a couple of frightened students.
And now you're trying to find them?
Well, finding them isn't easy either. We started checking on the 60 students and found that 2 on the list were no longer at college. We went to their digs and found they'd skipped. And that seemed to be the end of the trail, until we saw Dave's report of a house being turned over and the names of our 2 students.
And now we're looking for them. And the men who own the heroin are looking for them. And if they find them first, Sam thinks our young people will end up in the Thames.
Or on a piece of wasteland.
I don't feel like eating out.
Why not?
Because it sickens me. I spend my life trying to help people. I spend part of my life trying to help these addicts. Then you get people like this who spend their lives...
Try not to take it personally, Judy. We know how you feel. But you can't save the world by not eating dinner.
No.
So come on, look, cheer up. I tell you what, you can choose the restaurant. Wherever you want to go. And the bill's on Sam.
Thank you very much.
All right, Judy.
Yes. All right, Dave.
Anna,
Yes?
it's dark now. It's time you left.
Don't you want me to stay?
No. If the police are looking for you, it's best that you go.
But I want to stay.
No, listen to me. I want you to keep away from here until it's time to move on. And then we'll go together. I need 2 clear days, Anna, maybe 3, to sort things out.
Are you sure you know what you're doing, James? We're in big trouble.
Of course we're in trouble, but we expected that, didn't we? Are you frightened?
Yes.
Do you want to back out, then? Throw away the chance to make a fortune?
No!
Okay, then. Let me handle it and do as I say. Do you need any money?
Yes.
Here you are. Next time we meet, there'll be plenty more where that came from. Now phone me in the morning and tell me what's happening. It's time you left.
Why can't I stay?
Anna.
Sorry. Bye.
Bye.
Did you see Kelly?
Yeah, we had a bite to eat. Pretty good meal it was too. And I got the story of how they cocked it up.
Good, was it?
Yeah, a big search laid on at Heathrow, but they showed their hand. Everyone scattered, and Clark and his girl were left with the stuff.
How lucky can you get? $500,000 dropped in your lap.
If you know what to do with it.
And if the owners don't catch up with you again, next time it could be for real.
Dave?
Yeah?
We keep thinking that because they're students, they're like beginners, just learners. But if Clark is just learning, he's learning fast.
What's on your mind?
When he skipped from the digs in Lorimer Crescent, he left nothing behind. And I mean nothing. No photos, no clothing, no books, no scraps of paper, not even any rubbish. With a fast move, that isn't easy. Nothing was overlooked. It was just as if he'd planned it. If we're not careful, you know, he could outsmart the lot of us.
Do you think?
Yes.
So, we get after him from 3 sides. Jim after him, you after his girl. And I'll be waiting on the riverbank.
Would you like some tea?
Is the canteen still open?
Yeah, I'll get the key.
OK, I'll have a cup.
Jim?
Tea and a sticky bun. Here, let me do it.
Oh, thanks. 3 teas and a sticky bun.
I think your friend Kelly's laying it on a bit.
About what?
All this found in the water wearing a cement overcoat.
Well, it has happened.
Doesn't sound real.
Nah. Anything else new tonight?
On the manor?
Yeah.
Well, there's nothing in the book. It's been quiet since you went out. Is it true about Max? In line for sergeant?
Yeah.
Can't be right. There's 4 in this CID with more experience and more commendations.
And you were top of the frame?
Yeah, but I didn't go to the right school, did I?
No, I don't think it's that. But you could speak to the old man.
Yeah, a fat lot of good that'd do. What time is it?
We're just after 10.
When do we knock off?
When we've had tea.
I'll get it. CID? DC Harrison? Who is that? OK then, who do you want? Oh, just hold on a minute, will you? Dave, I think it's for you. Someone wants to talk to the detective who was in Kennington today. Your bait could have caught a fish.
Let's have it. Sergeant Brook speaking. Who's that?
Are you the detective who was in Kennington today?
Yes?
Asking for Anna Lewis?
Yes, I am. Do you know her?
Yes. I'd like to meet you.
Who is that?
This is Anna Lewis.
What do you want, Miss Lewis?
I must meet you. I need help.
All right, I'll meet you now.
I can't. It'll have to be in the morning.
All right, miss. Where?
I could meet you at Charing Cross. In the station at 9 o'clock.
Will your friend James Clark be with you?
No, he can't. Please be there.
Judy, Jacqueline Tong, Detective Sergeant Kelly, John Judd, James Clark, Gary Cady, Anna Lewis, Emily Morgan, Drayton, Stephen Garlick. Detective was written by Robert Barr and produced by Martin Fisher.